Yeah, what's up? Hey, I just figured it out. Our souls are growing. Yeah, so how and our mind can see things. So how we feel, how you feel is your current state. Your ideas and the things you see and your ambitions and where you want to be in life, those are things that are still. Those are things that are like not moving. They're static. You're able to perceive them. You're able to think. You smoke or drink some mind food or some berry juice or some brain food. There we go. Or drink some coffee or green tea, and your mind just starts buzzing, and you can see a bunch of stuff, that you didn't see before, or that you didn't see yesterday. All those things that we're able to see, we can actually achieve those things, not necessarily at the moment, because our soul is growing. A lot of those things we may have grown to achieve over, in the past. Um, I've done a lot of things that I've thought about, and I got myself to the point to get ready to do them, and I did them. So my soul grew to the point to feel my ideas. But what I'm saying, the eureka is that our soul is growing. Your soul is growing. My soul is growing. It's like that's my real age, my soul age. And my soul is whatever I was able to experience. You know? So it's like my kids. You know what I mean? So I have to grow it up. I have to wake it up in the morning. I have to say, hey man, this is a good idea. You need to go do that, man. That's pretty good. You know? Or my mind, my ideas, my whole body. Everything I am is growing my soul through experiences. Not so much through experiences, but to experience. I'm growing my soul to experience different things. And after I experience those things, my soul will have experienced those things, and it will become more mature. It will become more. It will grow. It's becoming. It's growing. It's getting bigger. It's getting stronger. There we go. The soul is getting stronger. It's being able to do different things. A great example is the beautiful women. There may be a beautiful woman out there, and you may be a young man walking around. I always talk about that because that's kind of my pool, where I pull from. But say there's a beautiful woman, and I'm downtown, and I'm walking, and I see her and she walks right by me. She smiles at me, I smile at her, I smile and look away or whatever, and I just walk right by her. I don't say anything, but we want to talk to each other. At that time, if I see that in my mind as an ideal, that's what I want to do. That's what I can do. And those ideals become attractive or not. And so we pick and choose different ideals. But my soul, if it's able to do that, then it'll do it. If it has the strength to do that, then it will do it. If it's ready to take that step, to try that, it'll feel like a chance. It'll feel like I'm taking a chance. And if I'm really not ready for that, say it's something I can see or perceive, but I'm really not strong enough to do that, then I maybe won't even try, to talk to her. And that goes for anything. You want to be the president of a book club, or you want to be the leader of a exploration team, or you want to be a host on a vacation, or anything. You want to own your own business. Anything you want to do. It's all about if your soul is strong enough, or if it has grown to be strong enough to do those things. So if you're out there and you're wondering, hey, what do I need to do? What do I really want to do? You know what I mean? Don't think about how you feel, because how you feel is simply determining how strong you are at that point. Now, you may not be strong enough to do all the things that you want to do. That's key. You may not be strong enough right now to achieve all the things that you want to do, that you want to achieve, that you can see right now. That's fine. That does not mean that that's not you. That's something I struggle with, you know. Hey, I didn't have the strength, so that must not be me. I must not be into that. I'm my own parent. Everyone is. That's a beautiful eureka. Everyone is their own parent. If you can, I'll take me for example. Let's be real. Let's get right to it and stop explaining. I'm an artist. I've done a lot of things as an artist. What I see is myself having my own publishing company, getting paid or having ownership rights or getting paid for things like recordings like this, files like this, records like this, having a system. It's like 9 a.m. I woke up at 8. I called my girlfriend, and now I'm ready to go out and pick fruits and grass and stuff and natural herbs so I can make a salad. Because I realized that blackberries, they really zing you up here, which is real good, man. I think it's the antioxidants. That's what my senses is telling me. It's something about what blackberries do when they transform. What blackberries do in relation to oxygen, in relation to stagnant components, that when oxygen affects those, they unfold them, kind of like what's a great example? Anything that is two parts, kind of like when you, this is a terrible example, but I'm just gonna say it, kind of like, you know, I eat food, like I ate a steak, I ate a pork steak yesterday, I ate some other shit yesterday, and you know, say my body digested it, and then it became like, you know, turned into fats and stuff like, and sugar, and broke it down to proteins and all that, and the blood pumped it all throughout my body. Say what was in my brain, you know, like this, let's say the food produced fat or some shit it produced or broke down. Whatever got stored in my brain, let's call that cereal. When I eat the blueberries, the blackberries, you know, it breaks down, and say what it breaks down to is milk. You know what I'm saying? So like, I got all this stored up cereal, you know what I'm saying? And then I eat the blackberries, and it adds a little bit of milk. When it adds that, it's like, oh, I got cereal. You know, I got cereal real quick. You know, I got all this cereal, yeah. So that's a horrible example, but that is what I think is happening. Whatever's in the blackberries is acting on something that's latent in my mind, and it's activating it, and so it's like bam, 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 bam. Because blackberries is like that. They ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do. But anyway, so I'm gonna go out. Here's a great example. I mean, here's another thing on that, what I'm talking about. And I said the wrong, but let me explain. Let me go into that, what I'm saying. I felt like laying in the bed still. But I had a great idea to get up and go make this fresh fruit salad. You know, this fresh wildlife salad. Wild nature salad. You know, blackberries, tall grass, anything that I could find, fennel, you know, stuff like that. So my soul, which was wanting to stay in the bed, which was my kid, the parent knocked on the door and was like, hey, we need to go get up and pick this food and get up, because it's going to get you what you need, and you're going to, you know, it's a good thing. It's going to get your mind going for the day, get you started. It's a good thing. Good thing to do in the morning. And my soul was like, okay. And then the parent came back and was like, hey, let's go, let's get up. And the soul was like, oh, can we do it later? Okay. That's the same thing as like someone being in middle school, like in the 8th grade, and high school starts in the 9th grade, and they're like struggling through the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like kindergarten through 7 was cool or whatever, just as a quick example. And now they're in the 8th grade and they start experiencing, maybe a few problems. Like maybe he got a girlfriend now, or maybe like one of his friends moved away. And so it's a little emotional. And so, in his 8th grade year, it was kind of, he's kind of struggling a little bit. Now, if he stays in the bed and says, hey, oh, can I do it? I don't want to do it, he's going to stay in the 8th grade. It's just simple. Everyone else is going to advance. They're going to get in the 9th, and eventually they're going to graduate, and they're not going to have to go to school anymore. But this guy is. He's going to stay in the 8th grade. He's going to fail, and he's going to get held back. He's going to have to do the 8th grade all over again. That's just like the soul. Okay? So the things that we can see in our mind, those are our ideals, our parents. Those are the higher ideals. The soul always, the mind can always see higher than the soul. The soul grows, and then the mind keeps growing it, But the important thing here to see is that the way that you feel is the strength of your soul. It's the experiences of your soul. It's the age of your soul. It's growing. It's growing up. It's trying to reach these ideals. And when the soul is doing what the ideal is, and the ideal is helping the soul, and the soul is making the body feel good, and the body is feeling is healthy, and it's doing the ideals, and everything's one, and everything's, I'm thinking what I'm doing what I'm feeling what I believe what I see what I want what I'm doing what I feel what I see, and it's all one. Then you become the one, and you become happy and free and strong in all things. So anything you want to do that you can see, that you think's a good idea, that you may not go right into, it's just because your soul is not strong enough. It's not strong enough. It doesn't have it's not, it grows with experience. It grows with experiences. You have to train your own, not train, but you have to grow your own soul. You have to push it into new experiences. You have to, because it will never forget. That's the beauty of it. It will never forget. Hallelujah. That's the beauty of the soul. You do not have to worry about your soul forgetting. It will not. And people say, you remember how somebody looked or treated you or something like that, but you never forget how they made you feel. You know what I'm saying? Or you may, what somebody did or whatever. Somebody could do all this, but you never forget how they made you feel. You know the quote I'm talking about. That's true. Because the soul never forgets how it felt. When it went to do this, did it feel? How did it feel? When it did that, how did you feel doing that? She was beautiful, but you felt out of place. Okay. That's the feeling. That's real experience. That the ideals was like, hey, let's try this out. Or hey, let's try that out. Or hey, I think this is a good idea. Another great example. Me in the music industry. I had dreams to be a part of that. My experience was not aligning with what I thought. So as my mind was like, hey, come on, son, let's do this. My soul was like, okay, yeah, let's do this. I'm like, but this don't feel cool. Like, these people aren't responding the right way. Like, I don't understand. My music is hot, but like, these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? It didn't align. It didn't match up. So what had to happen? The soul had to tell the parent, I'm not liking this. I thought it was a good idea too, but I'm not really feeling this, Pop, or Dad or Mom. And then they're like, okay, I understand. And so they let the ideal go, the mind, and I have. Not about being a musical success, because that's publishing to me, and that's promotion. That's just a simple mathematical equation. It don't have nothing to do with the industry. So, so what I'm saying is, you know, this body is working together. But what is growing? The mind is not growing. The mind, it grows physically, you know. So if it's like a car. Like you put gas in it, you put the oil in it, you recalibrate the brakes and all that, and it'll function cool. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. That's what it is. That's what the mind is, a car. Your body, your soul, is the driver. You know, that's the experienced driver. That's the difference between putting some guy who's never raced in his life, and this is his first race, racing a guy who's has 500 races under his belt. They're in the same car. Now they're finna race. Okay? That's what experience is. His soul is stronger and older, and it knows what's happening in this. It knows this shit. He doesn't. He's learning. His soul's growing. So that's it right there. I'm not going to get into the rest of the stuff because I want to drive this point in real hard. If you have a good idea, you have to go forward into that idea. I don't care how you feel. You could feel fucked up. You could just feel like a piece of shit. But guess what? How you feel is a kid. It's that kid. What do you want for your kid? What do you want? Do you want that kid to live the life that you see? Or do you want, are you going to be a weak parent, have a weak mind? Have a weak mind. Are you going to be a weak parent and say, okay, son, you can stay in the bed and just watch your kid not achieve shit? He likes the ideas, of course. He wants that shit. He doesn't have the experience or the strength to participate in that. But another major key factor is that, guess what? When he experiences that, when your soul experiences that, it will never forget. And that's something you don't ever have to worry about. The mind, it can memorize shit. Little conscious memory. The soul, hallelujah, thank you, Lord, it never forgets. My friends, I know how all my friends make me feel. My parents, I know how all my parents make me feel. All the women I talk to, I know how they all make me feel. And I cannot ignore how I feel, my experiences, for ideals that I think. Because sooner or later, if it's a bad feeling, I'm going to tell hey, I can't do this shit, dude. Okay, I got you. Yeah, okay. So the mind is the parent, and the soul is the kid. And they need to be going out and having a good time. Not a bad parent-kid relationship, you know. Not the parent beating the kid, you know. And what that's like is somebody beating themselves to do a job that they hate every day. That's what that is. You need to be a better parent, and you need to find a better life for your kid. That's what you should do. You know what I'm saying? You need to make this stronger. And you need to get a better idea for your kid. Okay? Because the kid will not forget. They'll never forget. All the good shit you made them feel, all the bad shit, all the times you took care of him, all the times he didn't have money, all that. Okay? So what am I going to do? Where's my soul at? I want to have my own publishing, and I want to gather herbs, fruits, flowers, berries, drugs. I want to have a natural room filled with shit. Filled with shit. That's good. I can just open it, spin off the top, reach in and check this out. This is a Pacific Northwest berry. It's been aged. Jams, making jam. Here you go. Or we turned these berries into candy. We dipped them into honey and we froze them. Now they're fucking candies. I'm into that. I'm into that natural food, natural remedy, natural inspiration. So I want to have my nature shop. I want to have, and gather for companies, gather for cooks, and anything. You know what I'm saying? Let's say a food truck cooks things and they just love fresh blueberries every day. I want to wake up at 5, gather them for 2 hours, and go give them to them at 9. And do that for somebody else on my clock in a way that my soul can handle. I'm gonna have my publishing going, so I'm gonna be on TV. I'm gonna have other artists going, have them with a pure message, not no industry shit, a real message, like in a one-hit wonder. That's an example of someone who had a real message or whatever, and it wasn't no industry hoard out. Here's his career, and you sell buy his image. Not that. Publishing, natural gathering. I want to be healthy as a person. I want to be happy, and I want to be one with me and with the world and my subconscious and my heart. I want to be one, meditating. I want to be healthy, publishing, natural gathering stores, and I want to experience, I want the community and everyone I know and love, my daughter, my brothers, to benefit from that, from everything that I'm healthy and growing and feeling and know, and I want all of them to benefit from that. And once they benefit from a healthy me, publishing me, and a natural gathering me, and my friends, then we will all be, and I'll be happy, because I'll be able to look back and all that and start from the inside out. Now, how much further do I have to go? I'm 36. How much further do I have to go? I've done a shitload of art publishing work. I have very little natural gathering experience. That's why I'm gonna go hook up with my dude, and we're gonna talk about that, man, because he's got a lot of experience in nature, and so I need to learn from him about that. We need to learn together. But that's where I want to be. Right now, where's my soul? My soul is a G, music publishing wise. I just don't have the money experience, which I need to push myself into, and that's cool because I love talking about money. I love doing deals. I'm like cutthroat, tycoonish shit, make that money. Yeah. What's up, Evan, nigga? So, where's my soul? It's a youngster on the gathering. I'm gonna fuck with my dude. I'm the shit publishing. I need to fuck with my people to get to the business level of that. And health wise, I'm there. I just need to. This video is health. Me, the mind, the soul, growing. I'm getting my experience. You feel me? This experience right now. This recording is real experience. Yeah, I did this shit. I pushed myself to record this shit and post this shit. I'm gonna have that experience, dog, sooner or later. This shit gonna be, I'm learning, dog. My homie, he said, hey, look at everything new. Don't look at it as repetitive. And basically, he was speaking in essence of experience. Okay? He said, start thinking repetitive, you're gonna trap yourself. And that's what he was talking about. I feel that, appreciate that. So, that's where it's at. And my friends know what's up. They support me. And they gonna get the gist. So once I get these, my people gonna see. And when they see, it's gonna be. Alright. One love. Truth and trust. Love yourself, man. It's gonna be good. Raise your soul right. Get a healthy mind.